Once upon a time, in a magical, snowy kingdom, lived Chrystal, the snowflake princess, and her best friend, Snowy, the tiny snowman. One snowy day, Chrystal had a wonderful idea. "Let's have a big winter celebration!" she exclaimed, her voice as soft and sparkly as falling snow. Snowy's eyes twinkled with excitement as they imagined the fun they would have. Together, they hopped through the snowy, frosty forest to invite their friends. They met Frosty the owl sitting on a snowy branch and Chrystal the rabbit hopping around happily. Both friends were super excited and promised to bring everyone to the party. Back in the snowy castle, Chrystal and Snowy got ready for the celebration. The crystal clear lake turned into a special ice skating rink, and the castle sparkled with lights and snow sculptures. On the big day, winter creatures from everywhere gathered in the snowy castle. There were snow fairies, friendly animals, and even magical beings. The air was filled with laughter and happy chatter. The best part was Chrystal and Snowy's magic ice skating show. With a wave of Chrystal's hand, the ice turned into a shiny stage. They skated and twirled, making snowflakes dance in the air. Everyone watched in amazement, clapping and cheering. But, oh no, a silly winter sprite named Icicle tried to play tricks. He made paths slippery and froze some snow sculptures. Chrystal and Snowy, being kind friends, asked Icicle to join the fun instead of causing trouble. Surprisingly, Icicle agreed, and the three of them turned his icy pranks into silly games. Laughter filled the air, and everyone became friends. As the winter celebration came to an end, Chrystal and Snowy felt happy. They hugged their friends goodnight, and the snowy kingdom fell into a quiet, snowy sleep. The tale of the winter celebration became a favorite bedtime story, reminding little ones about the joy of kindness and the magic of celebrating with friends. And so the snowy kingdom slept peacefully under the twinkling winter moon. The end. Once upon a time, in the snowy village of Whispering Pines, there was a little star named Twinkle. Twinkle lived high in the sky, but every Christmas she had a special job. She would shine her brightest to guide everyone to the village's grand Christmas tree. This year, however, Twinkle had a problem. She had lost her sparkle and didn't know how to get it back. Without her light, how would everyone find their way to the Christmas celebration? Twinkle decided to go on a journey to find her sparkle. She floated down from the sky, landing softly in the village. Her first stop was the cozy bakery, where Mrs. Gingerbread was baking delicious Christmas cookies. "Mrs. Gingerbread," Twinkle asked, "how do you make your cookies so wonderfully sparkly?" Mrs. Gingerbread smiled and handed Twinkle a cookie. "It's all about measuring the right amount of sugar and spice," she said. Together, they counted out spoonfuls of sugar and sprinkled cinnamon, creating patterns of stars and moons on the cookies. But even with all the sugar and spice, Twinkle still didn't feel her sparkle returning. Next, Twinkle visited Mr. Pine, who was busy decorating the Christmas tree. "Mr. Pine, how do you make the tree so bright and beautiful?" Twinkle inquired. "With careful planning and a bit of creativity," Mr. Pine replied. He showed Twinkle how to hang ornaments in patterns, some high, some low, creating a beautiful order. They used shapes like circles, stars, and triangles, making the tree look magical. But still, Twinkle didn't find her sparkle. Feeling a bit sad, Twinkle wandered through the village, she saw children playing, families laughing, and friends sharing gifts. Everyone was so full of joy and love. Suddenly, Twinkle realized something important. Her sparkle wasn't just about shining bright. It was about spreading joy, love, and happiness. The true spirit of Christmas. With this realization, Twinkle felt a warm glow inside her. She beamed with light, brighter than ever before. Now, she was ready for her special job. That night, as Twinkle took her place in the sky, her light guided everyone in Whispering Pines to the Christmas tree. Under Twinkle's radiant glow, they celebrated with joy and laughter, sharing the magic of Christmas. And from that year on, Twinkle knew that her sparkle came from the joy she brought to others, making every Christmas in Whispering Pines the brightest and happiest one yet.
Story up!
In a big, sparkly palace where the queen lived, there was a sleek black cat named Shadow. Shadow had shiny fur as dark as the night and bright green eyes. When Christmas time came, the palace turned into a land of twinkling lights, shiny baubles, and jolly song. But all his fuss disturbed Shadow's peaceful naps. His cozy corners were taken over by big Christmas trees and colorful ribbons. And oh, so many people came to visit, always trying to give him a cuddle. As Christmas Eve came close, Shadow decided he had enough of all the noisy cheer in the busy halls. That night, when everyone was asleep, he tiptoed around the palace. He took ornaments off the tree, hid the stockings, and pushed presents out of sight. This will quiet things down, he thought with a little wiggle of his tail. But when morning came, instead of being upset, everyone in the palace laughed and played a game of finding the hidden Christmas things. The queen, with a smile, found Shadow trying to sneak away. She picked him up and hugged him. "Oh, Shadow, you've shown us that Christmas is really about being together and having fun." Shadow felt something warm in his heart. He purred, not because he was cozy, but because he felt happy inside. He realized that even though he didn't like the noise and the fuss, he liked seeing everyone happy together. From then on, Shadow didn't try to stop Christmas. He might have hidden under a table or two, but he loved watching everyone laugh and hug. He especially liked it when the queen put the shining star on the tree, and he would watch, feeling a little bit of Christmas cheer in his heart. And so, Shadow learned that Christmas wasn't just about the busy decorations or the songs. It was about being with friends and family, sharing hugs and smiles, and even a grumpy cat like him could enjoy that